today I'm giving you 8 tips on how to maximize your growth and retain length on your 4C hair. So I'm gonna get right into it. So number one, this might be a little controversial, but I'm going to suggest that you wash your hair less often. And this took me a really long time to figure out because I was following what the popular YouTubers did, which most of them don't even have my hair type, but I was following what other gurus did, and I was washing very often. I tried daily washing, I tried co-washing, washing every 3 days, washing every week, until I finally realized what works best for me, which is washing less often. Right now, I wash my hair every 4 to 6 weeks, and that has been working really, really well for me. Now, the reason why this is going to be beneficial if you have type 4C hair, which is fine and fragile, is that most of your breakage is going to happen on wash day. Just because you have to handle it so much wash day, and also when your hair is wet, it's fragile and more prone to breakage. So if you stretch out your wash days, you stretch out the possibility for breakage. So washing my hair less often has really, really been beneficial to my hair. And again, if you have type 4C hair, your hair isn't going to, I guess, get as dirty and oily as other types because it's naturally dry. Therefore, it has a hard time for oil to get down the hair shaft. So this works really well for me, and I would suggest if you're having trouble retaining length and you have type 4C hair, definitely check it out. Number 2, deep condition with every wash. Deep conditioning, and I use heat, so I'm going to say deep condition with heat with every wash. Deep conditioning with heat really changed the health and the condition of my hair. It feels a lot softer. It just behaves better, it looks better, and it's a million times healthier. So deep conditioning with heat every wash has been a game changer for me, and I highly, highly recommend it if you have low porosity hair. So if you have low porosity hair, it's difficult for moisture to penetrate inside your hair shaft. So deep conditioning with heat really helps up your moisture game. So it's been really crucial, and it's going to help make your hair healthier and prevent breakage, which in turn is going to lead to length retention. Number 3, incorporate protein treatments. So right now, my protein treatment of choice is rice water, and I do it every time I wash my hair. So protein treatments, now that's different from a moisturizing treatment. I actually do a protein treatment and a moisturizing treatment with every wash. You can check out my wash day routine video. Protein treatment is going to help strengthen your hair so that it is less prone to breakage. You want to be careful with protein treatments because too much protein can actually make your hair break as well. So you have to find the right balance for you. Since I don't wash my hair that frequently, every 4 to 6 weeks, having a protein treatment at that time works pretty well for me, and I always follow it with a moisturizing treatment to maintain the balance of my hair. So I'm gonna highly recommend incorporating protein into your hair regimen, especially if you find that you're having a fair amount of breakage. Number 4, trim as needed. So right now I trim, I want to say about twice a year. Usually I do this when I straighten my hair. I just find that easiest for me. Now I do dust my hair. If I see knots or tangles, I dust them. It doesn't happen very often simply because I've mastered styling and maintaining my hair. So my single strand knots are basically at 0, and I have way less split ends. I had a lot of split ends very frequently early on in my journey, and that was due to the way I was handling and washing my hair, styling my hair. So I've eliminated that, so I very rarely get split ends or single strand knots now. But you do need to keep on top of your trims. So you don't want to trim too frequently because then you're not going to see any length, but at the same time, if you don't trim at all, first, your hair, to me, it's aesthetically, it's not going to look as nice. And I'm not going to say that it hinders your growth, but it might increase breakage if you have split ends and they're not being taken care of and they're splitting all the way up the hair shaft. That's causing tangles. And then when you're handling your hair, it's, you know, because you have tangles, you're maybe a little more rough with it, and it inadvertently causes breakage. So you want to be careful with your trims. I recommend trimming twice a year. That's how often I trim. If you handle your hair really, really well, maybe you can go once a year. Choose protective styles with your own hair. So for me, it took a really long time for me to figure out that protective styling with added hair just did not work for me. And again, I was pretty much following what everyone else was doing, and everyone was like, oh yeah, protective styling, blah, 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 it's gonna be great. And ultimately, I had a lot of disappointment and a lot of breakage. And I tried this for years, and I've tried all different types of protective styles, weaves, box braid extensions, all kinds of things, crochet. Now, some of them are better than others. Sew in weaves and crochet are a little bit better for me than box braids. Box braids and twists are a hot mess for me. They just, like if I put in that style, I can just expect to have less hair by the time I take it out. So what was happening for me is that the dryness of the added hair and the weight of the added hair was breaking my own hair. My hair is very fragile, and it just could not handle the extensions. So if you protective style, try styling with your own hair. And protective styling means that you're choosing a style where your ends are tucked away and not exposed to the elements. Therefore, they're less likely to break. So I recommend braids with your own hair, which you maybe style into a bun or a twist or a roll in some way that you have the ends put away. And also choose a style where you don't have to undo it for at least, I mean, if you can go at least 2 weeks, that's ideal, or longer, but not more than 6 weeks. I think if you go too long, then you can get product buildup and all that stuff if you're still styling your hair in between. So there's a fine balance there, but you definitely want to not have to handle your hair for at least 2 weeks at a time, and that's going to be beneficial to your hair. Number 7, have a balanced diet, or if not, take supplements. So as we know, our hair, it's comprised of protein that's going to come from your diet. So you want to have a balanced diet. You want to try to get all the nutrients that your hair needs. Hair, I guess from a biological standpoint, is like the last thing, you know, your body is going to send the nutrients to all the other vital functions. So if you're not eating properly and you know, the nutrients that you are getting from your food has to go to, you know, the other vital functions that your body needs, then your hair is not going to look its best. So you want to try to have a balanced diet, consume lots of water, and if you're not able to do that, or if you feel like your diet is lacking, definitely take vitamins. Number 8, scalp massages. So scalp massages are really great, and I've seen a huge boost in my hair growth rate since I started implementing them. And I will actually link I use an electric massager, so I'll put a link to that. But basically the idea with scalp massages is that it increases blood flow to your scalp, which helps stimulate hair growth. And it's just relaxing, and like I like to add whatever oils I'm using, and then use my scalp massager. That also just helps those penetrate your scalp a little bit better. So scalp massages. And 9 is a bonus. I'm going to recommend that you use a growth oil. So you don't have to go out and buy an expensive growth oil. You can make one yourself. That way you know you have the purest and most natural ingredients. It's really easy to do, and I've made my own homemade growth oil. I'll share the recipe with you in another video, so I'll look out for that soon. And this is just, again, making sure that you're getting the nutrients to your scalp that is needed for your hair to grow properly, or to, you know, give whatever stimulating boost that you can to your hair growth. So I hope that you found this video helpful. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you have any questions, please ask me down below in the comments. If there's a particular video that you want me to make, please ask me down below. Thank you so much.